My mind has been blown. And I was watching the conference on the Game Trailers stream. If those of you who have watched the conference on the Game Trailer stream, you know how on the side they got people tweeting and stuff. And it was just hilarious. It was amazing because I can't believe people honestly think Sony won. I actually saw some people talking about Microsoft won. It's just crazy to me. Guys, what have I been saying in my last three videos? I said E3 is all about surprises. Who had the surprises this year? Exactly. It's not a matter of whether or not you like the console, because of course some people are going to like it, of course some people aren't. That's all opinionated. But we're talking about E3, the conferences. Which conference was the most surprising? Which one had the most shocking announcements? Nintendo's. Therefore, Nintendo won. Nintendo had the most energy. They had the most excitement. I mean, did you listen to the crowd? Nintendo had the most applause than Microsoft and Sony's conference put together. In Microsoft and Sony's conference, people hardly ever applauded. But after almost every single thing Nintendo showed, people applauded. But let's get started. First, they start off with Zelda's 25th anniversary. And the whole symphony thing was nice. I can understand if a lot of you found that boring, but you really have to be, Nintendo fans to appreciate that kind of stuff. So I understand if that was boring to you, but they announced Link's Awakening is going to be on the eShop for download. Zelda 4 Swords for the DSi, which is going to be a free download. That's awesome. Golden Wii Remote looks cool for Skyward Sword, whatever. 2 music CDs. This is all part of the 25th anniversary. 2 music CDs, Ocarina of Time 3D soundtrack, and the symphony concerts that same symphony is going to be going around doing. They're going to put those on 2 CDs. Then Iwata came out and he teased the Wii successor, so he kind of made us all, stay, interested in the conference. And the whole time it's talking about 3DS, I was still thinking Wii successor. Mario Kart 3DS. I like how they're shaking things up. Say, they're rehashing all they want. Guys, they change things up, and that's what I always like about Nintendo. They never let their franchises stale, unless it's Mario Party. Star Fox. The Star Fox multiplayer looks awesome, and yes, I know a lot of you guys are going to call me hypocritical because these are games that are already announced, but they had actual exciting announcements about these games as opposed to Microsoft and Sony's conferences. You see what I'm saying? Infamous 2, they'll be playing 2. Really didn't have any exciting announcements about them. But these games, the whole watching the people you're playing as you play the game, imagine how funny that game is going to be to play. Imagine how hilarious and entertaining that's going to be. It's going to be amazing. The Mario 3DS, okay, don't tell me that looks the same. Don't tell me that looks like the Mario we've been playing. Don't tell me that's the same. It looks completely different. It looks amazing. It looks awesome. The graphics are really good. It's like almost up there with like the Galaxy games on the Wii. The graphics are pretty amazing for 3DS. But don't tell me Mario 3DS looks the same, because you guys know good and well it doesn't. It has the old going into the background thing, kind of like the Little Big Planet 3-layer thing. And then sometimes they'll switch to 2D platforming, and then sometimes it's like Mario Galaxy, and then the Tanuki suit is back. That's awesome. That game just looks amazing. Kid Icarus, another game that of course we already know about, is previously announced, but they had this big reveal that it was going to have multiplayer. And guys, don't tell me that game doesn't look sick. That game looks sick. That game looked amazing. My God, it was like a Ninja Gaiden mixed with God of War, and that game just looked awesome. Then it's gonna have multiplayer. You guys can't tell me. I think all fanboys can agree that game looks sick. That game looked absolutely amazing. I can't wait to get my hands on that. And then Luigi's Mansion 3DS. I really ain't big on Luigi's Mansion, but I understand a lot of you fans out there are big on it. So I understand. I can understand why you're excited for that. Mario 3DS. Mario Kart 3DS is going to have the tire changes and water and the air traveling thing. That's pretty cool, whatever. And I like how on the Mario 3DS, they if I don't know if you guys noticed, but they brought the airship levels back too. That is awesome. Uh, where am I at? Smash Bros. 4. You guys see what I'm saying? Smash Bros. And Smash Bros. Was announced for the 3DS and the Wii U at the same time, guys. Things like that like have never been done. It's never been done like that. I can't believe they announced 2 Smash Bros. Games at the same time for 2 different platforms. That is amazing. I wish they could have shown, some footage, but I guess, they're not that far in development, They probably haven't started at all, probably, but I can't believe Smash Bros. 4. And then Smash Bros. For 3DS. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's all about surprises. Whether or not you're interested in the Wii U, that's not the point. Nintendo had amazing announcements, therefore creating an amazing E3 conference. Then, don't tell me you weren't blown away by third-party support. Don't tell me you weren't. Don't tell me that wasn't amazing. Seeing Battlefield 3 on the same system as Mario and Zelda. That is amazing. That is amazing. All those rumors apparently were true that Nintendo's getting third-party support up the butthole. They said Assassin's Creed coming to the Wii U, Darksiders, Arkham City, Metro Last Nights. That game looked amazing. Ninja Gaiden 3, Battlefield 3. And if you guys, when the guy from EA came on the stage, if you guys saw the little pictures behind him, you would have saw a picture of Shepard, Mass Effect 3, confirmed for the Wii U pretty much. Like all those EA games coming to the Wii U. Now guys, imagine a system with Metroid, Mario, Zelda, Star Fox, all Nintendo's first party goodness, along with all this third party goodness. That's gonna make for one amazing system. Now, I'm not sold. I think the controller is amazing. I just don't like how freaking big it is. You know what I mean? Like I wish they would have kept it the size of, a PS Vita. You see what I'm saying? They should have kept it that size. So when it comes to size, I'm not sold on the controller. What you can do with it, it's amazing because they have it so. It's like they turn, like the whole you can do like a 360-degree angle thing, and it's like a screen. The whole arrow thing they had going and stuff, and then they have it to where like you can use it as a 3D as a DS, like your TV's the top screen, the screen of the controller is the bottom screen. And it's crazy that the rumors were true. It's like really crazy because when you think about a 6-inch screen, 6.2-inch screen is going to be on a controller, you would think that that's BS not happening, but it happened, and that is crazy. That is just absolutely crazy. But I know a lot of you are going to write that controller off because you can't think outside the box like Nintendo is doing. You guys saw those developers. Those are some of your favorite developers, and they were completely on Nintendo's balls with that system. Think outside the box and think about what could be done with that controller. There is so much that could be done. It's crazy. The problem with split screen will be solved. You can do 4 swords, like on a 4 swords kind of thing on there now. Don't have to worry about split screen. You can play with 8 players locally. 4 people will play on the TV screen, then the 4 people will just play on the controllers. There's so much you can do. There's so much you can do with that. But, where am I at right now? I'm just at 8 minutes. Grade. A grade for the conference, A-. Now, I know a lot of you are going to be like, what, A-? But, it was surprising stuff. I'm giving it an A- because the Wii, wasn't there at all. The Wii wasn't there at all. The DS wasn't there at all. Yes, the 3DS is out, but games are still being made for the DS, you see what I'm saying? And for the fact that only one new 3DS game was announced. That's why I'm giving it an A-. I'm not giving it a B because it had so many, announcements, so many, surprises to where it's an A, but it didn't have enough games to where it was an A+. You see what I'm saying? But, Smash Bros. 4 announced. Oh, my God. Smash Bros. For the Wii U and Smash Bros. For the 3DS. And they're going to have integration and stuff. They're going to be, doing stuff together. That is just crazy. That's just absolutely crazy. Like I said, guys, it's not about whether or not you like the console. It's about, were you surprised? Were you shocked? Did you say what the fuck when you watched that conference? Yes. Were you amazed? Were you amazed at the third party support? And I saw a lot of people on that the Twitter stream on game trailers talk about the graphics looked like a PS3 and 360 game, because they were showing multiplats, people. And for you guys getting excited about that Zelda footage, Reggie said that wasn't an actual Zelda game. That was just a concept thing. But guys, don't judge a console's graphics off of a multiplat. That's retarded. Wait till we see some Nintendo exclusives, then we'll see how powerful the system is. But I also don't like how they didn't really show the actual system. They had it in the video, but like that whole conference was about the controller, and they made it seem like the console was controller, but it's not, because if you guys actually look at the TV, this console was actually sitting there. But they had no focus on the console, so that's why I'm giving it an A-. And I know they're going to save a lot of the stuff for E3 2012, but it's like Nintendo's completely done with the Wii, which is pretty sad. But 2012, I'm sure they're going to be more focused on the system, because they've already talked about controller. They're going to talk about the online. And the EA guy, he was talking about the online, and he made it seem like it was going to get pretty interesting with Nintendo when it comes to the online. So guys, when it comes down to it, there is no denying Nintendo won E3 this year, people. Sony's was boring. Microsoft's was absolutely laughable. Sony didn't have any surprises. Nothing there we didn't see coming. Everything there we did see coming. There was no surprises. A lot of that stuff we found out was going to happen in May. Smash Bros. 4 and Smash Bros. On 3DS, we didn't see that coming. The controller, while it has been heavily rumored, something like that is hard to believe. And it's just amazing to actually see that it's real. The third-party support, that is amazing. Nintendo won E3. Hands down, people. I can't wait till E3 12. I can't wait to see more. And also, guys, time's video, 12 minutes. Also, guys, if you don't know about Nintendo does reveals all week with E3. So these reveals, they're not going to stop with Nintendo's E3 conference. So stay tuned, because Nintendo does this thing they call the roundtable, where they announce even more things. And Reggie had said yesterday that this whole week, each day, they're going to be making announcements. So Nintendo still ain't done. So when it comes down to it, people, Nintendo won E3, hands down. Sony's wasn't bad. It was decent, but it was boring. My predictions were pretty much spot on. Microsoft basically structured their conference after my predictions. Sony, I basically said Sony was going to have an all-right conference. I don't think anything's going to be too amazing. I said Last Guardian wasn't going to be there. All that stuff happened. I said Nintendo was going to shock and awe. It happened. Now, when it comes to the Wii, my Wii predictions and 3DS predictions, those consoles were hardly, the Wii wasn't even there at the conference. The 3DS only had one new game announced, but the games they do have announced, Resident Evil Revelations, Metal Gear, oh my god, Kid Icarus looks so badass. But I'm gonna have to do a separate video on my impressions on the Wii U. I don't like the name, I'll tell you that right now, but I'm gonna have to do a separate video for that. But crazy stuff, man. I'll see you guys later.